ready for this,
Most
guys.
police officers work hard to keep us safe, but as these dashcam videos show, there are still some situations that even law enforcement are not ready to handle. Number 13. In December of 2017, just a week before Christmas, this man was busy impersonating a police officer and pulling over numerous innocent citizens. He had fake lights on his car and even had a dash cam to record himself while on this massive ego trip. The person on the hood has no idea that they are being stalked, searched, and handcuffed by a man with absolutely no affiliation with law enforcement. Once his hands are behind his back, this poor innocent person is at the complete mercy of a stranger.
Copy, I'll look at it, thanks. 1629.
I don't know.
Police in Tucson, Arizona have never revealed what happened to the man next, but he appears to be led into the back of the impersonator's vehicle with his hands cuffed. I can only imagine what sort of terrible activities happened from there, and I hope he made it out okay. Number 12. Police in Louisville, Kentucky are conducting a late night stop for a traffic violation at 3:30 a.m. Everything seems relatively normal until they hear a muffled scream coming from the trunk. Arms drawn, they pop the trunk only to find a bound man inside. Police question the man and learn more about his story. Sean Blomer was working the night shift at a Circle K gas station when four crazed maniacs jumped him at random. They roughed him up badly and then stuffed him in the trunk of his own car. By the time the police had pulled them over, Sean had been in the trunk for 4 hours and was passing in and out of consciousness. I shudder to think how easily this could have happened to any one of us, and what they probably would have done with him that night had the cops not intervened. Number 11. A police officer in Newcastle, Oklahoma
Hopefully
is
you guys are
patrolling the
hearing any
highway
echoes.
one afternoon when he feels a change in atmosphere. Everything feels still and way too calm. There's not a single bird singing or even a hint of breeze. As the swirling skies begin to darken
Oh my
overhead
gosh,
and
why
the
is it
rain
echoing?
starts to pour, the officer realizes that a tornado is forming. He's much too close to escape. There's not much he can do now except for park and pray.
Whoa, okay, yeah, that's really too close. What do you guys
He's
think?
eventually
It's too
forced
close.
to drive in reverse when
Yeah,
the
no,
tornado
tornadoes
comes
are really
towards him and
really
swallows a
powerful,
building
even
whole
when
just to his right.
they look like they're not
Reports
gonna
of down
hit you.
power lines and flying debris flood his radio as the tornado blasts through the town.
It's not really
All
funny,
this
by the
brave
way.
officer can do is follow in the wake of the tornado and assist survivors however he can. By the time the treacherous weather passed, dozens of lives had been lost. Number 10. A police officer named Adam Brunswick is the only officer patrolling Spooner, Wisconsin when he makes this startling discovery. A child in a yellow shopping cart is speeding out of the Dollar General store parking lot and heading directly into traffic. Officer Brunswick knows that there is no safe way to stop the cart before it reaches the road, so he puts on his emergency lights and parks in the middle of the busy highway to stop traffic. He then bravely rushes out of his car and grabs the child before any harm is done. As the mother would later explain, she was loading another child in the car when her shopping cart had slipped away on its own with her infant child inside.
She was just hysterical.
It's not offering that officer.
She's in tears and unable to properly thank the officer for saving her child's life. Number 9. This
Why are you
dashcam
rewinding the
footage
video?
reveals a somber conversation
why are
between
you
a police
putting it in
officer
reverse?
and a man who has made a serious mistake that can never be taken back.
I hate to tell you, but I checked you going 116 the other way, and I turned around and I was trying to catch you. That's going to weigh on me that I didn't catch you before.
What, man, I killed somebody.
Yeah.
On New Year's Eve, this impaired driver in Canadian County, Oklahoma, took the lives of two innocent drivers while going well over 100 miles per hour. Craig Maker had been charged with 2 serious felonies that could very well place him in prison for life. Records indicate that this is his 5th DUI arrest. He has not been sentenced yet and clearly shows remorse in this video.
What do you guys
seeing
think?
this video, let me know how long you would give him behind bars if you were the judge. Number 8. Dashcam footage from Gautier, Mississippi shows this police officer getting the surprise of a lifetime. Giant clouds are brewing overhead when all of a sudden, a fiery streak of lightning strikes less than a quarter mile away without warning. The bolt is so bright that the police officer nearly goes blind. He pulls off the road and locates the site of the blast, where he discovers a smoldering chunk of cement that's still smoking. My question is, what caused the lightning bolt to literally catch fire like that? I've seen lightning strikes in other dashcam videos, and they never involve fire. Apparently, it didn't hit a power generator or a power line, so if you can explain this visual phenomenon, then please let me know. Number 7. A South Wales police helicopter is flying 1,000 feet above the Bristol Channel when its thermal camera detects a perfectly round sphere in the distance. The pilot quickly radios in the visual disturbance to ground control, but they can't seem to find anything matching the description on their radar equipment. That's when the pilot realizes he can't actually see the sphere with his own eyes. Only the thermal camera can. Maybe this was a camera malfunction, or maybe this circular object has some sort of advanced cloaking properties. Either way, there's been no suitable explanation
Yeah, that's pretty weird. It looks like an eyeball.
And here's the weirdest
To me,
part.
it does.
When the pilot zooms in for a closer look, the sphere opens into what could very well be some sort of free-roaming vortex. If this really is a portal, then who knows what's on the other side. Number 6. A police officer in Hamilton Township, New Jersey, is doing neighborhood patrols when a bright white light suddenly streaks across the sky. This aerial fireball was noticed by hundreds of other locals as well. It could just be me, but I feel like there's been an increase in meteorite sightings over the past few months. What exactly this could mean, if anything, I'll leave up to you to decide. Number 5. A deputy in Pinellas County,
Okay, so this is the one that I saw.
in the median checking for speeders when suddenly an aircraft passes by way too close overhead.
Why is he reversing the video?
You can tell from how
all the
the
time?
plane unsteadily wobbles that the pilot has completely lost control. A second deputy's dashcam catches another angle of the plane's descent as it falls towards the ground. The two officers race over to the scene and find a path of fallen trees and twisted metal strewn in the road. They block off the road and call emergency medical services. As it turns out, this was the personal aircraft of a Major League Baseball player named Roy Halladay. An autopsy revealed multiple intoxicants in the athlete's system while operating the plane. Number 4. It's a scorching hot summer day in Los Angeles. When police stop a suspicious man for questioning, he gives the officer a name and a good reason for being out here by himself.
You live around here, buddy? No. Where you live at?
Down the road by Pineville.
Pineville?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh.
Now, what's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
Robert Smith says that he is working for his brother's roofing company and staying with him at a hotel. He jogs 12 miles a day no matter what, which is why he's out here in 113-degree weather.
Yeah, that's not really healthy.
Problem.
What is? We got an escapee.
Oh. Where from?
Prison.
The suspicious officer radios dispatch and tries to match Robert Smith's features with those of an escaped prisoner. He compares eye colors, tattoos, facial hair, and other personal identifiers.
You know the bad thing about it? You'll match it up to him. Yeah.
Despite all of these matches, the officer completely buys his roofing story and decides to let him go.
I don't know. Well, you can never know, because...
You'd have done run by now.
And by the way, he doesn't look like he's ready for jogging.
You'd have done run by now.
I don't know, you can jog either
the
way.
officer would discover that Robert Smith is actually Richard Lee McNair, the escaped convict he was looking for. The man had escaped from prison 2 other times. One time he actually escaped by mailing himself out in a box. Richard had since been caught and is serving a life sentence for taking another man's life with a firearm. On that day, however, He was simply the convict who got away. Number 3. A New Jersey police officer is making a routine traffic stop late at night on a poorly lit road. He starts to head back towards his car to run the license, but then he spots something out of the corner of his eye and demonstrates some impressive reflexes.
It's kind of hard to tell.
The officer skillfully rolls away from a moving car just in time to avoid being flattened. I'm really surprised the officer was able to react so quickly.
Being
with a
hit.
belt full of heavy equipment, but then again his adrenaline probably
Really?
kicked in before he even fully knew what was going on. Props to this officer for having such a fast reaction time. Hopefully the city puts some street lights up soon for better visibility in the future. Number 2. When a quick-thinking officer responds to a call of a burning vehicle in Glen Heights, Texas, he knows exactly what to do. The car is in danger of catching the nearby restaurant on fire, so he pulls up and takes care of the situation fast and efficiently. The brave officer takes his life into his own hands and bumps the car into the parking lot, away from the building. The vehicle could have exploded at any time with enough force to cover him in flames and piping hot debris. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life,
skip this.
then go to my Instagram at
So,
DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Sunday. Number 1. This police dashcam footage was taken in a quiet neighborhood in South Jersey. Officers and gas line workers were trying hard to find a reported gas leak somewhere in the area, but sadly they were not able to find it in time to prevent this from happening. 15 people were caught in the blast. Most frightening of all, this ordinary neighborhood seems no different than anywhere else, which means none of us are totally safe. Animal mutations can happen for a wide variety
Alright, that was the last
of
video.
reasons. Sometimes it's genetic, and sometimes it's because of changes in the environment. But in the most terrifying of cases, it's the result of underground experiments that are so sinister, they have to be kept secret from the rest of the world.
Well, that's interesting. So, hopefully you guys didn't get scared. I mean, I have no other thoughts about it. I mean, I don't know, anything can happen. Anything strange or whatever it is. You could even see Bigfoot coming at you, but I don't know. I mean, it's pretty weird. Anyways, like, if you guys like or dislike this video, please leave a like or dislike. Leave your thoughts on the comments down below. And let me know what you think. You know, whatever you choose to do. I don't really care. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.